a ministry wake up to move towards a dimension, towards a direction, something has happened in the realm of the spirit. So the change is a byproduct of heartfelt desire. If you like do anything to anybody who has not desired for a change, nothing will happen. Listen, my desire for you to change is irrelevant until you desire to change. My heart desire, my thought for you to become better, for you to change, is irrelevant as much as you have not desired yourself for that change. So, working on somebody who had not made up his mind or her mind to become what God wants him to be is like pouring water upon a rock. You must understand that it is the quest of your desire to move that actually allows God to release the virtue that you needed to move. You must desire to understand that Christianity is no more what you think it used to be. It is not a social gathering. By the grace of God, by tomorrow we'll be looking much on the proofs that actually set you apart as a child of God. It is not your Bible, because Bible, anybody can buy it anytime. What is that thing that people will see? You walk into a church, you are a church member, you are a worker. What is that thing that somebody walk into a church once and fix his eyes on you, and something will tell him or her that this person is a child of God? In other words, what is it that people can perceive by encountering you for the first time? So what is the demand of supernatural shift? Since it cannot happen except for those who meet the demand. So now what is the demand? Now you'll be wondering, why is it that the change I look for my life is not forthcoming? Why is it that you begin to wonder why things are not happening the way it's supposed to happen? There is one element that you must learn today. Everybody who have made some negative impact deployed this particular element. The criminals, they deploy this element. This element is very important and very good. Just like the scripture said, that the children of the world are wiser than the children of the kingdom. This particular element is called desperation. Desperation is an attitude. Desperation is an attitude. So if shift does not happen to men who did not meet the demand, what is the demand of supernatural shift? What is it that I should put on? What kind of attitude do I need to put on for me to see changes in my life, in my endeavor, in things I do, in the work of God? One of the vital elements of this divine shift is desperation. When you get to abroad, you see some boys who were desperate to travel. They had to go through Libya. desperation will drive you for you to get the result. Men who are not desperate cannot have result. Why is desperation important? Desperation for a shift is necessary. Genesis chapter 32, verse number 24. Genesis chapter 32, verse number 24. Quickly, media men. Genesis chapter 32, verse 24. Desperation is key to acceleration. And Jacob was left alone. And Jacob was left alone. Look at this picture very well. He was left alone. What are you doing when everybody have left you alone? What is the outcome of your days of loneliness? Many a times God will allow some certain things to fail so that you can be left alone to think. And there stood a man with him until the breaking of the day. The picture of this story is a typical example of a man that is desperate for something. Sir, to fight a spirit and wrestle with a spirit, there is something this young man is looking for. Change is inevitable until desperation is in place. You can never have the change of situation, the change of atmosphere, the change of anything you want to your Christian life until there is a desperation. He wrestled with it. See, when you are desperate, you don't fail to make use of opportunities. Men who are desperate does not blow opportunities. They don't. He needed a change. He needed a shift. He is not okay with the status quo. He is not okay with the condition of his life. He is not satisfied with what is going on around him. He was desperate for something. When he saw the angel, he said, this opportunity will not pass me by. Shift cannot happen until a man becomes desperate for a change. We live in a world where everybody is just, nobody is fighting for anything. See, there is no level of uniqueness. There is no level of attainment that is not achievable or attainable if you are desperate for it. Jacob, as far as I'm concerned, is a desperado. This guy said, it's either something break out or I die. Something has to shift. Something has to move. Desperation brings elevation and breaks out every stagnation. Life becomes dynamic when people become desperate. These are the desperation that people can enter. That somebody will want to collect somebody's husband. The person will go as far as going to juju. Desperate. And you cannot deploy the same attitude in finding ways to get what you're looking for God. Easily weakened. Easily tired. You fast for 1 month and the thing is not coming, you give up. You wait for it for 1 year and it's not coming, you give up. Lack of desperation is the reason why people back out from destiny. Lack of desperation is why people are backsliding in the faith. That is why departments are not functioning, because people are not desperate to see something happen. That is why the walk with God is not functional, because people are not ready to pay the price for what it will cost them to cause a change to happen. See, if you are not productive in the areas of your life, it will affect your walk with God. If you are lazy, it will affect the way you worship God. If you're a lazy type, that laziness has contribution to the way you worship God. Because a lazy man does not take anything serious. Preparing for this conference, I get into the house very late yesterday. I was in the press, mounting pressure on the designer. My desk in the office is littered. I told my boy, my secretary said, leave the books all over because I'm not done with the search. With what I'm gathering. Your business is not moving because you are not desperate for a change. The laziness is affecting you, is affecting everything about you. Sir, it is easy to know a man that will make it by his attitude and his desperation. Very, very easy. I don't look at people's condition now. I look at your attitude. You see, many girls today, they look at what you drive. They don't look at what drives you. See, many girls who want to marry young boys, they want to know the latest car you are driving. They have no interest in what drives the man, because what drives the man is more important than what the man drives. A man that will own a car tomorrow, you can see it in the life of that person by his or her attitude today. When a father looked at a son and gave him responsibility, he saw a drive. There is something he knew that drives the person. Jesus did not commit the work of his ministry into the hand of lazy people. Christianity would have been dead by now. Why are you slowing down what God has started? Because you are not desperate for anything. Who do you want to come? Is it Peter? Peter can stay on top of water for days, catching fish. He converted the ability of catching fish into the ability of catching men. It is the same desperation that is upon Peter that God converted. He didn't remove it. Listen, I am a very stubborn, die-hard person. If I pursue something, I go get her. This attitude did not come because I become a born again. I want to teach you something that will shock you. This, my attitude, you say, pastor too harsh. It was not a virtue that came from heaven as born again. It was a temperament that God gave to me. But I was using it wrongly then. I sent him out today to go and sell my puppy. What happened? He was to sell the puppy. And while he was selling the puppy, somebody called me on phone and said, I need your puppy. Can I just keep the person for talk for 5 minutes? He buy the puppy. You know one buy him before. He said, please, I need a picture of the father of the puppy. I said, I will carry the father himself, come. I jacked the big dog, put him inside boot, kick the jeep, bam, carry the dog to timber market. As I come, I wear short, pastor, I wear short. I want to sell my market. I need to be there. I need to deploy every time. What are you? You see, the reason why we fail is because we don't know what to do. I don't wear coat or suit. I wear my 3/4, my combat with t-shirt, round neck, carry my jack, put inside motor, say, now you go market the puppy. We drove to timber market with him. I opened the boot, dragged the jack down. It just come like this. The whole timber market tear into two. Those who know me say, pastor, I said, don't call pastor here, call say market. The dog just said, ha, 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 ha. The guy come on money pay. You know, if he ask too much question again. Because if they show picture, you go to drag. I just collect the money, put for pocket, touch, can't do display for them, not be smart. I don't leave them for chance. Say, Jack, bam, he jump inside motor, bam. They clap and say, they don't they hear English. I jump my boot and move. If you don't display what you have, nobody will be interested in what you carry. You are loaded, but you are not displaying what you carry. Because you lack what it takes. You are not there. You don't see where Jehovah wants to convince you. Jehovah Witness. They don't leave their house unprepared. They put scriptures everywhere. They go talk, they small picking 6 years. Because they read on John chapter 5 verse 6. You don't open up and begin read. You look at the small rat that is reading Bible. Your baby is turning white. Yet you don't know John 3:16. Preparation, desperation to know that. I came to collect result for my children. This. Just for their school here. One doctor just was looking at the dog. You know one open conversation? I open conversation. I said Nigeria is very, very bad. Armed robbers everywhere. You need this. You need this. He said, how? I said, because if you have a gate man, they can change the gate man. And they can give the gate man big money. And the gate man will open door. You can't give money to this dog. He said, not true. I said, yes. You know one bad dog before. He don't come, keep the mail for me for 50,000. Desperation. You see, you don't move because you don't know the way to the city. Nobody will know what to carry until you show people what to carry. Be desperate for the church. Do everything possible to make sure your life counts. Don't be a history. Be relevant. See, if you are a singer, be innovative in your singing. Listen. Christianity has come to a point where you need to package it while the content is still the old time religion. A bad person does not compose song. He's waiting for you to compose one. Sing worship. He go use the same worship. Sing you praise. There is no song you sing in this life that Igbo man will not change it to praise that will turn it to dancing. The same song, the same words, he will go to the studio and give it this different beating. And it will sell more than the one owner of the company. Why? Innovation. How can you be in a department? You're working for God and the pastor is sweating, telling you what to do. 1 year, 2 years, you don't know how to do the work of God. And things are crumbling in your hand. You are giving excuses why it's not working. It's not working, that's why I sent you there. You went to that department because you want to make it work. Nigeria is bad, we know. That's why we say you should go and fix it. We know. Of what use is a doctor when he cannot prescribe? What is the relevance of your existence? If for the purpose why God created you is not fulfilled. For many years in your life, you have been in one position. You have been in one ideology. Nothing has changed. Your life is just stagnant. Whatever stagnated your idea can stagnate your life. Whatever that kept your idea block can block your life. Your life moves at the direction of your ideas. When your word comes, your shift comes. I'm going to talk much of that one tomorrow morning. What are the core meaning of divine shift? This is the conversion of an ordinary life and ministry into a life that attracts attention. Ordinary life. Ordinary life. This is the shift that moved Mephibosheth to stay in the palace. A movement from what you used to be to what God wants you to be. Our life is dynamic in nature. We must understand the wind and the way God flows and follow the flow of God. It is a conversion of an individual into an institution. It is a physical acceleration and elevation by revelation. You must understand that your elevation in life is as a result of the divine shift that have occurred in your life. Nothing happens until something shifts. I am believing for that shift for somebody here. Are you aware that your revelation, your insight enhances your manifestation? The difference between you and another person is what the person have insight about that you don't even know about. It is a prophetic push. It is a spiritual relocation from a physical condition of your life into a place where you can receive divine allocation. Because until there is a relocation, there shall be no divine allocation. You have to understand that there is need for you to shift in the spiritual realm to understand the flow of God for now. If you look what is happening in the Christendom, the church is becoming more social. More social. I was talking to Mama. I said, both of us was talking. I said, if our generation, if you and I will not set the pace for the next level of this church and of our life, we'll be counted failures in our generation. If you see what the way Christians are undermining the potency of Christian faith, you will shock. I have never seen any Nigerian movie that uses Islam to act film. Have you seen anyone? Have you seen anybody mimic Imam or use their mosque? Have you watched anyone? I mean, that the actor is acting as Imam, or he using a mosque to act drama, or to come and do comedy with a pastor, using offering and tithe as a laughing stock. Just because somebody wrote a cartoon of Allah, Muhammad, cartoon Muhammad, they kill how many people just for cartooning Muhammad? People will now cartoon Jesus with a girlfriend and write all manner of rubbish under it. Create a picture of the Jesus. Which one? I don't know where they see that picture. As far as I know, that is not how Jesus looked like. Because their eyes have not seen him until he revealed himself unto you. So an unbeliever who is drafting a person with long beards, where did he get the revelation of Jesus? I have never seen anywhere, even in Nollywood and Hollywood, I've never seen where a mosque or an imam was used for drama. But we can bring a comedian here. He go to castigate a pastor seated. Using the pastor, they do drama. People go to laugh. When you bring a drama through a pastor and people laugh, you have mocked the personality of that pastor, because you have made the person, it might become a laughing word stock. But to us, comedy. Ask Uche now. Uche said for the program we just organized, and this one know they sing. He's in a koboko. Who in one flog? I don't understand his ministry. Is it relevant to what we are doing? He says that attraction. I said, set it aside. The way you make your bed, that is how you lie in it. What you call your goat is what others, your dog, is what others will call it. You are not desperate to see how God can use you to bring the necessary change required in the commission where you are. Your life has already become a pity. Because for you to be in existence and something is lacking, it means that you are not supposed to exist. Supernatural change. Supernatural shift is not possible until change happens. Everybody reacts to change with every amount of seriousness. No. They don't want. No. You know, there are people who have stayed in one room for a long time and get used to it. Any attempt to move them to 2-bedroom flat, they resist it. The first excuse is that this compound, I've been in this compound for many years, like my wife, uncle, or brother. He said, we have been in this house. Now here I take born all my children, and the compound is very calm. Very calm. So we know the foundation of the compound. Even when you know that your status has overgrown that, but because you are afraid of a change. 6 children, 1 room. Very comfortable. He said the compound that I stay, train all these children is a nice compound, so we will remain there. Change is necessary. If shift will occur. Every shift begins with internal change. Every shift begins with internal encounter. Child of God, you will go nowhere until you encounter him. Many of us are still very strong. We have not encountered him. Sir, a hand must touch the hollow of Jacob for the bone to shift. Sir, it is impossible for a pickup to jam a Mack truck without no evidence to say that there's an accident. Why is it so hard for somebody to look at us and we'll be able to see the work of Christ in our lives? Why? No encounter. Jacob had an encounter that landed him in a shift. What is a shift? His name moved from Jacob to Israel. You must encounter something that will change the way you think and the way you behave. Until this happens, our life remains the way we are. I'm believing God that before this conference was over, somebody will encounter Jesus here. I was talking with somebody in Abuja, and he said to me, I have been in this department for 9 years. And every year, we sit down on 7 days fasting and prayer, asking God the next level, what next to do. We don't want to, our operation last year, this year, to be the same last year. So our budget this year was 1.9 million. I said, church budget. He said, no, our department, that is what we have sacrificed to run our department. He said, church cannot put us in a department and fund it. Why did they put us? If we fund it there, it's better the church go and hire people to come and do it if we are there. And pay them. If he's spending that money to do it. All this is because there is an encounter. If you have this encounter, you can't see things going wrong in your department and keep quiet. You must proffer solution. You must understand that together we succeed as a department. Jesus selected 12 men. One of the credentials of these people were not charismatism. God don't use it because you know how to do it. You are not the best singer because you sing very well. God does not use the best singers. That is why good singers many a time does not move men. But people when you never believe they can sing well, the spirit move. What is it that God find in the 12? Faithfulness. What? Faithfulness. It was not charismatism. He is too charismatic. Hey, this guy can preach. No, 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 no. God is not using you because you are best in your area. God is using you because you are faithful in your area. When there were problems in the early days of the food was causing them trouble, God said, set apart men that are faithful. The condition to raise a deacon in a church, he said, choose men that are faithful. What is the virtue of faithfulness? Faithfulness means that God trusts you that he will be there when you're supposed to be there. Faithfulness means that if I give this thing to you, you will improve on it and make it work. He demonstrated it further when he gave talents to 5 persons. He gave this 5. He gave this, and he gave to this one. The first problem that we have that will make shift never to happen is jealousy and envy. God knew that you can handle 1. He knew that this person can handle 5. He gave 10, gave 5, and gave you 1. He wants to know what you can do with the 1 before you be trusted to be added to another 1. But look at unfaithfulness, what it does. He carried the whole thing and go and hide it, and was murmuring why they gave him 1 and gave others 5. Even the one that was given, you weren't faithful to it. And they lost it, causing the master losses. Don't occupy a space that you're not making use of it. Because that space can cause a drag in the system. Step out so that the system can flow. That is why the Bible says, if you are not hot or cold, I will do what? I will spray you out. Because God is not ready to accommodate a lukewarmness. Have you put in your mouth a camel that is not hot, it's not cold? It can make you throw. Lack of faithfulness is the reason why shift is not happening. Because you have not called the work of God number 1 thing in your life, God have refused to make himself number 1 in your life. How desperate, how faithful are you? When you watch some films of the kings of the earth, you will see how the palace guards and those who work in the palace, how they do not joke with the instructions of the king. Once he hold a scepter and issue an order, even if it's against the queen, the guards carry the order of the king. That is what makes them faithful in their duty. I met with Dan, the PA, Ciudad Italiana. This boy walked. This pastor walked. I say, you know the rest? He said, my papa does not rest. How will I be sitting? Papa is walking. As far as he's standing, I'm standing. That Bishop. He will be in the office, forget that it's closing. You don't know it is 10, 11. He said, have you taken lunch? He said, Papa, you have not taken yet. He said, let's go for lunch. By 11:30. And every him are productive in their areas of business because the man has taught them how to be diligent in their duty. Because they are faithful to what is committed into their heart, God looked upon the duties of their own life. Somebody made a comment one day for those who are self-employed and said, everybody must find where to go chop now. Not every day person go come church. You go find where to go chop. Imagine that kind of comment. Is it how much time you go to market that make you a rich man? One business strike alone can make you a billionaire. One. It is in the service of the master he opens your eyes to the secret of wealth. Or else we will dwell in walking like an elephant, eat like a rat. Prophecies are hanging because unfaithfulness is hanging everywhere. Let me draw your attention again before I close this night. Back to Islam and Muslim. That I used to say it in this church and everywhere I go to. On Friday, go to around to 12 or so or 11. Go and buy goat at Mami Market. You will have your money. He need your money. Is it not true? But once you don't hear, once you don't hear him, you say, okay, go come. He not even do make a sharp sell. Because that sharp sell, he say, in the stupid. He not even today sharp sell. As you don't hear that thing, bam! They don't tie the goat, say, carry money. Okay, come back later. I go for prayer. I go for prayer. They don't go. Carry their head, they hit for ground. For how many hours? If you can't wait, go. Now you need the goat. I was in Abuja when somebody said a Muslim man carried them and he was going to meet for interview. From Abuja district and also he said, time Friday, time for Juma prayer reach. He give time, they get up. A pack. Carry a mat under the boot. Near the motor. Carry pure water. Go. Squat. Clean yourself, finish. Knee down. Hala Kuba. Passenger, they shout, come and take me out here. You are wasting your damn time. Until that prayer is completed, you enter and start the motor. If you like, stop and use your leg and complete the one. You can't distort it. A Christian will have an assignment to do in the house of God and have a contract to go at the same time. He abandoned the work and go for the contract. A Christian worker will have a program in the church. You know, you are standing as a protocol. You are standing as a choir. You are an usher. And 5 minutes to the time that your presence is needed in your duty post, a business come to you. What a test of your faith. And say, you have to follow me for somewhere now. We have to do a business. You abandon the duty. As if God cannot hold that business for you if you go to his duty. Unfaithfulness. You think that God cannot hold that business, that customer for you. I have seen a person who gave a testimony. One man said, I wanted to come and buy something of 180,000 from your shop. I discovered that every Wednesday we can't get you. We discovered that Friday we cannot get you. We discovered that Monday we cannot get you. I've been coming on these days. I refuse to buy in another place until the day I will meet you. Until that peaceful Tuesday. This business I've been waiting for him for 1 month. That which is your own is your own. Our unfaithfulness is the reason why things are not happening to us. Mostly workers in the church of God. The shift we require is not coming. How do you think? What do you think? that 1 hour 30 minutes to 2 hours in God's presence will make you lose millions. Where people in the other churches in Dunamis, they go carry, they briefing, they say that the certificate they use to enter the work is wrong. They go and resign. And say, I better die hungry than to enter any work with a false certificate. You see the difference between encounter and somebody who is just coming to church. See, we cannot actually know who is a Christian because they do the right and born again here. That's why I say the fruit is what will make us know where you stand. So when you display this unquantifiable misconduct of laziness in the things of God, it's just to tell you that this master is not here. He's not here. I'm not doing all the thing I'm doing because I'm a present panda. Uche can bear witness. I do it when I was still a member. It is in me. And the reason is because of divine encounter. Sir, there are a lot of things that would have discouraged this woman of the department where she's working. Many things would have discouraged her. I have never called her aside any time and begin to shower some praises or encourage her in anywhere. But her encounter in the Lord has sustained her despite the things that happens around her. She stands. Why? There is an understanding she has. This church does not belong to Reverend Victor. It is God's church. So even when I offend her, she will not take the offense to resign. Have you seen where they change guards? Sit down, brother. Uche, you see where they change guards? The GOC commandant in Bayelsa. He stayed there for 5 years. They now changed the guards. And as he changed the guard, the other guards coming. He said, why did they change me? Why did they change me? Are they changing me because I'm not performing? No. No. There is a way you can stay in a place for too long. You get used to and lost the zeal for the place. If they move you to another department, you will get another strength to work. Because the environment we're going is new. That is why change is important. But anybody who has no encounter can leave a church because they change him from where he is. Listen to me. Faithfulness is key to supernatural change and shift. Nobody will know what your worth is until you put your worth to action. Until you put your worth to action. Nobody is willing to make some changes, even as important as it is. Let me say these few things and we'll be done. What is the change we need? Number one, we need a mental change. Somebody say mental change. Mental change delivers us from frustration. Every good marketer must first of all promote the product before you look for the profit. Mental change enhances your reputation for effective work of the ministry. What does it change? I will take only this one. Tomorrow we'll continue. What does it take to experience a shift? Number one, you must understand your associate. How many of you know there was a story in the Bible that is still strike my mind till today, till tomorrow. The Bible said that was a man called Saul. Paul. The scripture said he went and mingled with the prophets and began to prophesy. He was not a prophet, but the spirit of prophecy was inside of him. Now, the associate, the people around him could not allow what is inside of him to manifest. The scripture says, and he went and mingled with the sons of the prophet, and he began to prophesy. And the people that know him say, he is Saul among the prophet. Something will shift when you move in the means of the right associate that will trigger what you carry. It can only happen when you come in contact with people that carry the same thing you carry. Until you find the person that carry your fire cannot burn. Nothing motivates shift until when you meet people. Are you aware? Are you aware that Mary was pregnant and she know it not? Are you aware, Pastor Celestine, that Mary was pregnant after the prophecy, yet she know it not? Until God said, go and make yourself known to Elizabeth. The moment she knocked at Elizabeth's door, the scripture said, Elizabeth looked at her and said, what manner of visit is this? That the mother of the Lord shall visit my house. And the baby inside the womb leaped. You can carry whatever thing you carry and die with it because you never meet the person that is your midwife. Until you meet the man that carries it, he can't jump up. It was at that sign Mary knew that the prophecy of few hours ago was correct. Why? The people you mingle with. See, don't waste your time sitting with men that have no kingdom value in their mindset. People who have no plan, who don't know God, who don't even know how to do the work of God. You can't learn anything from them. Young girl, a married woman ought not to be the best friend of a married woman, ought not to be a single girl. You must come in contact with somebody who carry the revelation that you carry. Every of our dream is interwoven with another. If you meet your man, you will know. When I met Daddy Nature, when I met Daddy Italina, I knew that there is something in me when I see them. Because when I set my eyes on them and listen to them and sit under them, something moves in my spirit. And such place I want to pinch my tent. So that what is in me will continue to make way to push me to a place of delivery before I die with my baby. Everyone under the sound of my voice here carry something. That is why you are deployed to exercise and to give back what you carry. If you are nobody, you wouldn't have been. Listen, this is a separated people in the church. These are workers. Why are they? It's not meant for the church. That is why from tomorrow when I'll be talking some deep things, it is not meant for the people. Because it's meant for the people who can work with it. A young girl become a millionaire just as an usher. What did you usher? Is it not just to see people in the church? Because she was diligent in her duty. And she adds style to it. She skillfully do the work. brush our teeth very well. Rub cream and powder up very well. With full smile that can drive away depression from any man. Open the teeth and smile and say, welcome to church, sir. We are glad to have you here. The man have protection disappear. And as he finishes, you say, the way this your daughter greets people at the church, I've never seen her smile alone carries anointing. The man is not lost, you know. Understand, the man was not lost in after the girl. There is something that entered the man. He saw Jesus in the girl. Smile. And he said, please, I would like this one to work in our company. So that our customers cannot leave us. That is how she become part of that company and receiving fat salary. From there, she grew in the company and become a manager. She met the person at the ushering desk with a smile. The chief usher did not teach them how to smile. But she just decided to do her own in a special way. Have you seen one man in Umuahia who used to do traffic? The man get not one motor, no be two, no be three, no be four now. Now traffic warden. Governor said make the post and for that FFSMC. They make sure send a day in the day because governor must always come from there. The man, he go control. All the body now down. He go control. So he go cool and down. Say, you go there staring the smile. You go squeeze face. You go say, hey. They will hold on. You go say, me, I don't give her money. In fact, the day when I give her 5,000, I don't know when I come out the money from her. It is so sweet to me. I have to go and pack. And come. And the way he go collect the money from you, he go usher you himself. I say you be motor. When they come, you go no send a money one come. You go smile. Because that's my brother. You go come put the money. You know they hide them, no be bribe. A man's gift, make it away from him and bring it before me. You do hand like this, you put them for your hand, he go smile, do like this for you. You go ask all the motor to stop, or they go stop. As they collect the motor, put them for you, go smile. Governor don't give a motor. One speaker don't give a motor. People don't give a motor. You get the one where don't they do it for Calabar here, but they use muscle. Now small, at least something different. Others go stand. No, be here, they call up. Idiot, fool. You know who teach you driving? Now you are the call. Come here. Mumu. In the training, they did not train them specially. But somebody decided to become unique in the areas of his calling. For Bible school, they don't teach us humor. Now the one God they bless me. I was preaching in one church. One man. From laugh. The man laugh. Hold the waist like this. From laugh, now he begin cry. From laugh, the man will laugh just a few minutes there. As I hit the word, he said, Lord have mercy, Lord. God's name. You don't believe in I who laughed just now. That is me. I know the squeeze face, the talker. That is why whenever I verse, when they know, you go appear for my preaching. Because there is nobody for this church. When I preach, when I go not say this, nobody that did the talk in the verse. The way I go, they vibrate like some 1-5%. It go even appear for my face because that is not my way. Something has happened that changed the way I do things. Am I communicating? So you must understand that the uniqueness of your calling must be displayed in your department. In your department. Tomorrow we'll talk about skillfulness. Since you become the chief usher, what change have you brought? Since you become the choir director, what change have you brought? Since you become the sanctuary, what change have you brought? When you be leaving that department, what will you be remembered for? That is it. What? For the innovations you do, for the things you change. Only 1 week can make The first 2 weeks or 1 month, when Tony became the chief usher, the next thing that changed was the trays. Before you know it, the first one that we use our money buy what? The envelope. Now they do it. They didn't ask us for money to buy the basket. Leadership. Leadership. There are people God have gifted for connection. They can connect anybody for us. Uche is gifted for that. Uche can move anybody. Any professor, he can move. I don't know how he does it. I don't know. We were traveling for a program, all of us, me and the protocol and Uche, when fuel was cast. I don't know how you want to convince the fuel station man himself for give us for gallon and fill our tank. The way he go come out from motor like saying be police. He goes, oh, wait, Oga, excuse me. Where he go meet the attendant to pump attendant say, can I see your manager? Say the office is okay. He go the pump they do, who be this person who do for manager? As he go there talk and finish, the man go full and they smile, they come from back. I don't know what he does, whether they give them money or I don't know what he does to them, and they will just come and say, hey, fill tank for them. People in Ghana against their rule. There are people who are gifted for connecting. So you find yourself in a ministry where you are. What are you connecting for the betterment of the ministry? Sir, you are making impact in your bank. And if I cannot see the impact as a HOD, you are a failure. It means that what you are doing there is camouflage. If this thing is you, it will affect every area of your life. It's not, you don't give people who have not affected life to affect it. That is why we cannot give you leadership by sentiment. You have never handled anything before. You have never handled anything before and they succeed. I want me to handle a department to you. How do you think that the department will succeed? That the Italian said, don't give a man who have failed in the outside world to come and lead in the church. Because the same failure, the same attitude, you go bring them for church. The associate pastor, you know who he be? Retired police commissioner. Who have commissioned people. So you know how to manage the resources and human being. He has been a success in that area. You dare hear they struggle with one kiosk. It has paid 10 times.